sure is tough to focus at a conference like CES. In fact, I wasn't so focused. I was listening to another conversation, and it was to my benefit because you guys have developed a product that helps people focus.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? We'll have a conversation.
Right, so I'm the CEO of a company called Mendi, which is a neurofeedback and neuroimaging device that teaches you actually how to control your prefrontal cortex so that you can focus at will.
And tell us a little bit about the device. You don't have one on you because this is all impromptu,
Yes.
but tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so not carrying it with me because we were heading, me and my CPO were actually heading to a meeting. But what it does is it measures the oxygenated blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, and it teaches you how to train it so that you can be able to control the way that your brain responds. So basically what we do is we create games, and these games, basically what they do is they reward you as you increase neural activation. What that'll do is it will help with things like emotional regulation, and it will help with things such as everything from PTSD to depression to anxiety to emotional regulation, et cetera, and focus obviously is a big factor in all that.
It seems like it could be a great application for kids of all ages, right?
100%, yeah. Everybody from from a 7-year-old to a 97-year-old, everybody could benefit from focusing, from learning how to train their prefrontal cortex, how to have more agency over their thoughts and their emotions.
So tell us a little bit about the process for how it's done. What do you wear and what do you need?
Right, so we create a headband. It's a piece of hardware that you put on, and you train for about 10 minutes a day. And what it does is you play a game on your mobile phone, you play different games on your mobile phone, and you control them with your prefrontal cortex. So as you become better at the game, you become better at real life tasks, whether they be focusing in a classroom or whether they be controlling your emotions when your spouse doesn't message you back. Instead of stressing, you become more calm when somebody honks at you, but you're also better at controlling your everything from your portions, because impulse control is a very big thing, for example, or your ability to make better decisions and get up and go to the gym as opposed to just sitting down and eating another bag of chips in front of the TV.
And one of the interesting things I heard is that you guys have a tie with University of North Dakota, even though you're a Swedish-based company. Tell us about that and what they're doing.
Yeah, so that's through Terry Rector, who works with NASA and aerospace. So all sorts of different research. We work with Ben Ryan from Stanford. We work with scientists from Princeton. We're very science heavy. To give you some context, even our head of content is a neuroscientist. So we're very obsessive about our science. We've adopted a way of thinking where if you are transparent and you're just open to the scientific community, you can make very quick strides and you can make a lot of progress that can hopefully impact 100 million people within the short term.
So are we going to see some studies showing the effectiveness of it then?
Yeah, there's just one that was peer reviewed, published by Olaf Krigelson over the past few weeks. The science takes time and the science is piling up, and what we're doing is we're doing something that, even though neurofeedback and a lot of these methodologies have been around for a very long time, they haven't really been done in a way where it can be accessible to tens of thousands of people. We have 35,000 users right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's, and that's just the beginning. I mean, we intend on putting this into the hands of every single person that needs it, regardless of what their income is, regardless of if they have money or they don't. And the science is backing it up. I mean, there's, it's been validated against lab-grade equipment by the Stockholm University. There's a lot of, University of Victoria just published a study. There's a lot of science, and there's millions of people, everything from veterans with PTSD from war, to people with trauma, to people with ADHD and all sorts of different conditions that could benefit from this. And we just want to democratize it and make it accessible to everybody.
So is it something that will be at kind of a consumer price point? Or are they going to need insurance? How's that going to work?
Well, so right now people pay just under $300 for it. So
okay.
It's, a lot of it has been B2C. Now we're going into the B2B. So there's a lot that's being done then. What we want is that eventually, people just get it basically, because if you can prove that it actually helps people, then, there is there's obviously a valid argument for people getting them when they need them, as opposed to just throwing pills at the problem without really caring about individuals.
Oh, and that's wonderful. And just a couple quick technical questions. One of the things I heard that differentiates you is the blood flow versus other approaches of headbands and so forth.
Right, so blood flow manipulation is HEG, hemoencephalography. So basically what you do is you teach yourself how to put the oxygenated blood flow to your prefrontal cortex, which is what improves your executive function. And a better executive function is a better life.
Well, that makes sense. And then from a availability standpoint, is this thing out there now?
Yeah, so you can buy them online. As I said, there's 35,000 users that have, that have the devices that are using them. And yeah, you can get them, mendy.io. It comes from the verb to mend. So that's where the word comes from. And yeah, we fully intend over the next few years to put them in the hands of everybody. We always talk about the single mom with 4 kids that can barely pay rent. She shouldn't have to make the choice between, giving what her kids need or what she needs, or buy food. So that's basically where we're going. Just democratize it, put it into the hands of everybody, because everybody can, just like we can train our bodies so that we have better health, we should be training our brains to be at its best.
And are there any other requirements as far as, do you need a smartphone? Do you need a broadband connection?
All you need is a smartphone, and you can have, the whole family can use the same device. So basically you don't even need a different device for everybody. One device, different people can have different profiles on their phones, or they can all use it on the same one as guests, and yeah.
And one last one, how many minutes a day do you think you need to use this?
10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a day?
On average, 10 minutes a day. Between 5 and 15 is the maximum and the minimum that you can use. But people will see benefits within about 6 to 8 weeks by using it 5 to 10 minutes a day.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate your
Thank you so
explanation.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you for stopping me.